I love what she
right?
says, grab life and just give it a big
And
hug.
just give it a big hug.
The other
Isn't
one,
that
she
the
says,
truth?
I got more gas in the tank, you know. And
So
like,
we've heard from a young mom, and Chris and I are grandparents. So believe there's no boundaries
yeah,
to who can do it.
exactly.
We're going to go to southern Alberta now, the far south of Alberta, Canada, and we're going to hear from Taryn. So let's
Taryn, the
go over to
floor is, let
Taryn.
me just get us off the stage. There you go.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I'm really inspired actually after hearing all those amazing testimonials. It's been a long time since I've been on panel. Great job, guys. Hello, my name is Taryn. I am from Southern Alberta, rural in Alberta, Canada. And I am also a mother of 5. I stay home full time and homeschool all of them. So yeah, busy. Uh, formerly employed as a government SIL worker who live in their homes, elderlies and people with disabilities to be able to live in their home and with a little bit of assistance, right? So I've always been a people person. And guys, I got into this business because we had a few hiccups in life, as most people do. First of all, in Alberta, anybody who knows about the oil field crash in 2014, we were living the good life, and all of a sudden layoffs started happening. So Al lost his job in a hurry, and it was a bit of a scary time. Long story short, he became an arborist, working on trees, and was still, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, here, there, and everywhere. We ended up getting an acreage and living our dream life, starting our homestead journey and all that stuff. And once again, the disposability of the workforce hit us when there was some drama that happened that was inevitable. We had to go through it, and our landlord was his boss. So we not only lost the employment that he was in when I was 7 months pregnant with our last son, so I was not working, but we lost our home. And we were homeless for 4 months, living in a small camper with 5 kids and 2 dogs. And in the middle of September, so the beginning of Canadian winter, it was a defeating time. And that was when I realized how disposable we are to the workforce. And I knew that we needed to find some way to get ahead, but it just feels all the time, it just feels like there's no other way, right? If you're just a regular everyday person, you think that you got to go to school for 5 to 10 years to get a degree or some sort of a certification, to get a good paying job. And it was really defeating, right? So I started looking and we found a new home. We started, we got back to the month, a little bit of a comfortable lifestyle. Things were going well, but I knew that I couldn't rely on the fabulous income stream of the job, right? We need more. So I started looking, and I found this beautiful, amazing business. I was skeptical. Definitely, I was skeptical. So I watched the first webinar, and I could not sleep. I felt, maybe this is for me. Maybe this is the thing that we could use to get ahead in life, us everyday people, without having to go and lock ourselves away into, education, which is wonderful and all that, but it takes time, right? And money. So long story short, I watched a couple of webinars and I jumped in with both feet. I was terrified and I was excited, and I just couldn't wait to see what my future had in store for me. Took me 2 weeks to get up and running with the training. The training is absolutely fantastic. It will help a new beginner, somebody with no experience at all, to get set up and running and launch your own business online, right? One of my most exciting things that I like to tell people is my first month, I had my first $800 payday in my life. I've never made $800 in a day. So that was in my first 4 weeks. And that just proved to me that this system works and that the money is legitimate, right? Taxable write-offs. I knew nothing about the beauty of write-offs, and now I take full advantage of that. I made 5-figure income within 4 months in this business. I stayed dedicated. I stayed excited. I had a purpose and a passion, and I felt so good about life after that defeating moment that we had, or those defeating moments we'd gone through. It's changed my life because it really works on your mindset. This community, the like minds, the help, everybody does the same thing. We all just want to watch other people succeed and help others, right? So, 5 figures in 4 months, that's over $10,000, right? And it it's really changed my life in so many ways. I'm so grateful to have met so many of the successful people in this business, and I'm so excited to keep going and build more great milestones for myself. I've got big goals. I started with small goals. I've got huge goals now, $1 million mindset. Yeah. So guys, the last thing I want to say is we're conditioned to believe and accept far less than we're truly worth, right? We are conditioned to believe and accept far less than we are truly worth, and you deserve more and you can have more. You can work for yourself. If you choose to fire your boss, you can do that, or keep your job as a secondary income stream or something like that. But this business is worth looking at. This business is worth checking out in full, and you won't regret it. It's a beautiful community and a beautiful business to be a part of. And that's all for me. Back to you, Chris and Karen.
Awesome. Thanks, Taryn.
Thanks so
Wow.
much, Sharon. Another busy mom. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
how do they do this?
I know.
Like, it's so impressive. And that's one of the things that you see consistently in this business is people that are busy, stay-at-home moms that are, they've got, she's homeschooling as well.
I know.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I like
love
what
it.
you said,
It's
Taryn.
so
And we
inspiring.
often tell people this is if you can't stop thinking about it, then there's something to it. So if it's keeping you up at night, it's worth having a look at it. So let that be your guide.
Sounds like it kept Taryn up.
Yeah.
When she first saw this, that's so awesome. Okay, we're